The line. We'll get back to that later.
12.
Off we go for what really is a big Friday night. Neil, first touch, didn't go anywhere, did it? Phillips got involved and Pendlebury gets the first disposal of the game. A floater that's sort of maybe held up in the breeze that Hodgie was talking about earlier.
So much traffic around him.
Oscar,
as we have a look at Maynard, get a little bit of a corky there. He's tough. That won't bother him. But those players just slow down around Pendlebury. Look at this.
And here he is again, Duck, kicking for goal and not quite bringing it back. So he has made a huge start. Now, where's Grundy do? He goes back to Pendlebury. So fifth disposal for Pendlebury. A good one right there and floating in. Myercheck.
What's capable of. We know that he's a handy footballer. He's had a couple of really hard knocks this year, but courageous as always. Kept his eyes on it the whole time. In the end,
he's got a very good strike rate against them. And he gets the opening goal. So Collingwood doing all the attacking and the scoring.
Tonight, here's Lockie Neal, one of the Brownlow favourites. An entry inside 50 more. Juggling mark. Oh, boy. Hipwood had one very high indeed, kicking.
Yeah, that was a late call from the umpire, wasn't it?
Well, he was probably wondering, did he duck?
Yeah.
Or was it an illegal tackle?
And Moore will be disappointed with himself there because he's his thoughts.
So let's see. They really need to tidy this part of their game up. And there it is. You can only think. Needs to pick it up cleanly. Not so. Spills to Lyons. He's able to get around Phillips pretty easily in the end. And that's a nice delivery to Charlie.
Fence, because Phillips, you see Jared Lyons there with a turn left and right, then a nice composed kick. But that's where Phillips has got the leg speed on Jared Lyons. All that ball had to do was hit him and heels away. Missed the kick. Lyons gets a turnover and the Lions get a shot on goal.
9-13 from set shots for Cameron. And this one's not going to get the journey, so it won't even register. Lynch probably should have held the mark the first gamer. Hipwood through traffic. Got it here to Lyons. Little Berry it was. Little right foot bender. It was tucked off the boot. Berry goes again. Picks it up left foot around the corner. Now Moore. Told to play on. Not enough land covered out wide to Greenwood. Stay. Got on the end of it. Finds the free man in Rayner. Rayner. Little handball out. Hipwood ball smothered by Noble again. Spills this time here to Fullerton. Turns around, snap missed. Out of the kick earlier than he probably wanted to. Quaynor got the handball back to Roughhead. He's under Mitch Robertson pressure. That's one of those barging tackles from Mitch Robertson. And he says, how did he dispose of it?
I couldn't see how he got rid of it.
Asked by Mitch.
Oscar, Max, hold the meter.
So he's up the ground, Charlie. Back to the big O. Back to McCluggage. Clever kick. Robinson comes back inside and gets Rayner. Hipwood missed one. Cameron was probably too far out. And Rayner's made an absolute mess of it.
And onto it from the start of the game, but it's because they're 18th in the competition and they're a top contender. Beautiful centering ball by Robinson.
Training, they would be doing everything correct. Because there's no pressure. They'd be over the footy, as Hodgie said, kicking through it and probably kicking 8 out of 10. But they get into a game and the pressure builds.
And now Cameron, got to go. He's right in front of the bench. They're telling him to go long. He does. There's the first game of Coleman. Couldn't mark it. Oh, McInerney. Well done. Mitch Robinson. It was slightly behind him. Gee, Moore got one high. And the quarter ends. Strangely enough, didn't think so. Zorko now along the ground. Archie gathers. Pendlebury there. Comes out to Berry. Neat little ball. Good play.
The fella out of the road. An accidental fall back and step on from Zorks.
Little head massage.
But he's pressure in there and then the handball to get it out and then a nice little hit to hit up Hipwood.
So this is what I would call a stock standard set shot. And it's tight, but it's there. So that is good stuff from Brisbane.
So after a poor kick in that first turn, BT.
That was nice.
That was a really nice kick off the boot. And a lot of 50-50 wins in the build-up.
Grundy got a bit of a nudge there from McStay. Not enough in it, says the umpire. Adams. Berry's got him in the one-arm chicken. Picked up by Zorko. Snap missed. Absolutely. Just win a little one first before you try and bite off too much. Maynard over the top. Phillips had trouble controlling it. Gee, that's an underground ball. Cameron almost sharked it. Madgen under real pressure now. Here's Brown. Kept it alive, but a dangerous spot. and Reynolds going to be tested again.
This is the pressure here from Brisbane, as we'll talk about. They've really stepped it up. Gets a forced kick, but this is where Cam Rayner and if they can stay over the ball, kick it with a bit of momentum and follow through with his kick.
Bucks trying to knock the bottom out of that bottle. As Rayner comes in, very deliberate action, beautiful. Well done. Nice kick, got everything right on that occasion, and Brisbane got a little run going.
Haven't seen Pendlebury in this quarter. Neil, the other big ball getter for the Lions, quiet so far. High ball, Hipwood front and centre. Coleman did all right. Archie kept the ball up. No one really went for it. Lions, I think, thought Hipwood might be going for it. Brilliantly done. Berry's having a really good night, and the Lions are away.
And that was Berry who kicked the ball in, but Kitty Coleman in there in his first game. Archie trying to flick it out. A bit of confusion there from the Lions, but it was just the pressure that Lions have put on. And Berry, who's worked great for a bloke who's 6'4" in the midfield.
McCluggey's taken off it. Maynard was superb there, wasn't he? No. Gee, that looked a bit high. Adams, still with it, Adams, trying to get it out.
He didn't make any eye contact. Brody, Oscar, go through.
Now Quainer to gather a difficult ball, did well, then he slowed down, caught in the tackle, Phillips lightning, no one there, comes to Cameron, on to Rayner, Rayner goes over the top to McCluggage, from 52 metres out, good ball, Hipwood can run all the way, brilliant hustle from the...
This is how that was through the middle. It could have went either way. Both teams were excellent with their pressure. Collingwood had missed a couple of handballs. But Charlie Cameron was nice and clean, gave it to Cam Rayner and Hugh McCluggage. The pressure as to hit that kick under pressure from Noble was unreal. For Hipwood to kick his second for the quarter, and you can really feel the momentum
on the ground, having another very good year.
Pendlebury with another clearance. And Cox takes the mark on Andrews.
Well, that's all we've been asking for, Bruce. Last 10 minutes, they've just made mistakes with their head over the footy, giving the ball out to, well, to Brisbane players, basically. But that's a good clearance from the skipper and good mark, good confidence booster.
They've looked a bit rattled, haven't they? He's a good kick, we know that. Not a long kick, but he's an accurate kick. Rarely misses from the set shot. That is a really big play by the biggest man in the game. Neil starting to build a big first half after a quiet start. Marching the troops forward. Goes long and high. Robertson in a good spot. Gee, was that Maynard? He's in a lot of pain. McCluggage gets the goal. Brisbane going well here.
Oh boy, John Heel as well. They come at Maynard. McCluggage there as well. I think Robertson was in it. Going at Maynard. We know he's a bulldog, but he can't take on 6 at once. They surrounded him and targeted him.
And it won't bother him at all, BT.
No. Brisbane all over him.
Hey, well, listen, Mitch Robinson went and put him up first. He started all that, right?
Have a look at this. Maynard set Robinson down. Look at the Brisbane jumpers surround Maynard here. 4 or 5 hanging up him. And he says, that's okay. I'll take you all on.
Both ways, I don't know.
Oh, he loves that Maynard.
And Maynard, don't worry about him. He'll remain focused. Now the problem for Brisbane is can they remain focused? I mean, this is in his makeup. This isn't manufactured for Maynard. He loves it hard. He'll niggle. He'll try to put them off their game.
With the ball and maintain some composure. Well, Pendlebury's not a bad start when you talk about that. Hoskin Elliott put Phillips under the pump. Dacos kicking efficiency not great tonight. He was going at 50% before that. Slip reading, BT, and I think I got it right. Brown's a little kick forward. High ball, Mychek got rid of his man. High tackle, free kick coming back to Phillips.
That's enough. It's high contact here, Collingwood.
Round 2 then, don't you?
It's a free kick.
Yeah, I think it's both naturally. As you see, Daniel Rich goes for the tackle, and it's a clear high kick, free kick. He reaches for it, and he might have dropped his body weight, but
to just control himself and kick a goal, and he hasn't done any of that.
There's a point